Greg Minnaars' 2003 race bike. This is one of two that he owned and raced that year. I've been in contact with both Greg Minnaars and his mechanic, and it appears that this is the bike that Greg raced around North America. So he raced this in NORBA, he raced it at Sea Otter, and I believe he actually competed at the Red Bull Rampage on this bike. There's another bike that he raced and won the world championship with that year. And Greg still owns that bike. That lives at his bike shop in South Africa. So this is a 2003 Haro branded bike, and it's branded as a Haro DHR. But if you look really closely, it's not a Haro DHR that you would find at any of the bike shops. So a couple noticeable differences that make it clear that this is not a production bike, it's a prototype. The cable routing on the production Haro DHR is on the top of the top tube. This one's on the side. The shock mount on this bike is different than the production DHR. If you look at the production DHR, these two bolts are much closer together. This whole CNC piece is different. And the cutout and the monocoque is different on this frame than on the production bike. And when me and my friend Cameron from New Zealand were looking at this bike, it became clear that this wasn't a Haro DHR. This was a prototype Intense M1, similar to what Chris Kovarik was racing on. But this one is painted and badged as a Haro. So Greg Minnaars was sponsored by Shimano, Manitou, and Titech at that time, as well as Sun Ringley. So this bike is built up with all the parts from that time. Early Shimano XT 4-piston brakes, Titech bars, Titech post, Chris King headset. The bike came to me with the wrong wheels. It currently has Hope wheels on it. I do have Ringley wheels that I have built that I'm going to be putting on it. And it would have originally come with, Greg ran Maxxis Mobsters, which are not my favorites. So I put DHFs on it, front and rear. Other than that, the bike is as Greg rode it. XTR cranks. I have flat pedals on it currently. Greg ran Shimano clipless pedals. It's been completely restored and is 100% rideable. I've actually ridden it down some of our local downhill trails. The fork is tuned properly. The Manitou swinger shock is tuned properly. Everything is working as it should. It's been completely restored. It's ride wrapped, so it's not going to get dinged very easily. And even though it has some dirt on it, I am kind of babying it. I'm not going to beat on it like I will some of my other bikes. It's a special bike, and it deserves to be taken care of. I'm going to put it back to 100% as Greg had it with the Sun Ringley wheels, and put his clipless pedals back on it. And otherwise, it's really a museum piece, and I don't intend to ride it much more than I already have. I just wanted to see how it rode. It's super plush. It's 9 inches of traveling back, so that's a 9.5 by 3 inch shock. So that's longer than a lot of the Intense M1s would have come with. The Manitou forks are super plush. If you haven't ridden them, the inverted design is just, they constantly lubricate themselves. It's really a special piece of history, especially, since Greg owned it, rode it, raced on it. It should probably belong in a museum, but until then, it's in my personal museum. Feel free to hit me up with any questions.